Good morning everyone, my name is Tan Yunzi, entry number 271538. Today I will present about the process in construction technology. First, in introduction, construction technology involves study on method of construction to successfully achieve the structure design with recommended specifications. It also includes study of construction equipment and temporary works required to facilitate the construction process. Construction technology deals with different process and construction system of preparing for the forming buildings and building systems. It starts with planning, designing, and financing and continues until the structure is ready for occupancy. The main objective of construction technology is towards constructing lighter and taller buildings and to provide less economical and more affordable ideas, which is always a big challenge in an era of financial crunch. And the first one is the project life cycle. In project life cycle, it has 5 steps. The first step is initiation. We start the project by evaluating the work and conduct a feasibility test. A feasibility test examines whether the proposal solution aligns with the main objectives or not. From that, we can define the project and write down possible solutions to specify needs. And the second step is planning. Planning is the key to the successful management of a single location or multi-location project. At this point, we identify the scope of the work and develop a roadmap to achieve our goal. And also, we identify the resource needed and the strategy of producing them. We must ensure that every set goal must be smart and clear in planning. And the third one is the implementation and execution. The project plan must put into practice. It is to ensure that the budget stipulated in the planning stage is followed. Also, communication plays an important role during execution. For example, we use status meeting to update the status of the project either by face-to-face or online. And number 4 is performance and monitoring. It happens simultaneously with the implementation process. It is used to ensure everything is aligned with the project schedule, such as monitor the construction process from start to finish to align with the project management plan. For example, we can use KPI, which is the key performance indicator, to measure the performance of the project. And the last step is closing. This is the final step that offers the deliverables to the clients. After deliver, we conduct a punch list to review the weakness of the project. For example, we can identify what was planned and where things didn't go well by reviewing the punch list. This analysis can be useful for the future project teams to achieve a successful construction project. And next is the activities involved during construction projects. There are a total of 11 types of different projects during the construction project. The first one is marketing and grading. Marking is the one of the first construction activities, which it involves marking the area of the plot for reference. This also helps the workers to always be able to orient themselves in terms of their workspace. And next is grading. Grading helps to ensure that the buildings are even, last long, and maintain maximum support. There may be particular circumstances when something is being constructed that will require a slight incline or decline to the base surface. In this case, it will be very important that incline is exactly the correct angle. It is matter of safety and plays a major role in the construction project. Grading also uses big machines to help ensure the space is level or that it is at the appropriate angle that it is supposed to be. And the second one is excavation. There are several different types of construction activities in excavation. In general, the terms involve moving earth or rock out of a certain area to prepare it for construction, which digs the earth out to prepare for a basement to be built. It also includes mud, rock, and topsoil excavation, all of which include removing the substance from the workspace. And number 3 is concentrating. The process of pouring concrete is another major activity in construction. It is often used for the base of buildings for roads, bridges, pipes, and many other applications. One of the reasons it has become so popular in the construction industry that concrete is easy to make in large quantities and it changes states, so that it is easy to work and manipulate. And the number 4 is carpentry. One of the first activities that comes to many people's mind when construction is mentioned is carpentry. This is the general cutting and installation of materials that will be used for the construction of a structure. Carpentry used to be a word that described individuals working with wood specifically, but now carpentry means work with several different materials. And number 5 is brick masonry. Bricks has been used in construction for decades and are still used often today as a highly efficient material. Brick mason lays the brick, ensuring that they are laid in a way that is structurally sound. For example, laying each brick on one on top of the other allows for cracks to go all along the entire wall. If the bricks are offset, as you will often see, it makes surface cracking of the mortar less likely. And number 6 is plumbing. In structures that require plumbing, there are specific plumbing activities that must occur to ensure they will function properly. This includes putting piping and fixtures for both incoming potable water and outgoing water. And number 7 is welding. The activity of attaching two metals together using heat is welding, a circular action in construction used to bind metals, especially for structural purposes. There are different types of welding which can be used for different types of metals and different conditions. All welding is extremely skilled and can be difficult to master. It's also dangerous, so it is important that construction companies have strict safety guidelines. And number 8 is electrical. Individuals working as electricians on a construction product are responsible for ensuring that the structure will ultimately have full access to electricity from the transformer provided by the electrical company, which is located close to the building. There are several steps that go into the installation of electricity in a building, including temporary electrical needs, a rough installation, and finally the real installation which is to be used. And number 9 is roofing. Roofing is an important construction activity for ensuring the protection of a structure from the elements and can help provide stability for the structure. There are different methods used for roofing. Shingles are common residential roofs, but there are also metal, polycarbonate, and steel roofs as well as many others which are used for different purposes. And number 10 is glazing. This activity is basically anything to do with glass, windows, and doors in a construction project. The term is used broadly to reference the installation of pretty much any glass involved in the construction of a particular structure. Last but not least is the finishing. Finishing in construction means putting on the final touches of a structure in order to prepare it to be used. This includes, but it's not limited to activities like glazing, flooring, painting, wallpapering, and plastering. It is more often about the final artistic touches and slightly less about safety and function. Although all finishing activities are a secure part of a final construction product. And next is the key players. There are total 4 main key players in the construction project. The first one is the client. Client is the person who launched the ideas. He arranged the money for the construction projects, and a client may be a person of a government. Clients also provide funds for the project. And next is the designer. Designer may be an architect or an engineer. Designer takes the responsibilities to undertake the smooth execution of the project. He also coordinates with the contractor. And the third one is the general contractor GC. GC is the person that executes the contract. He negotiates the contract with the client. He also aligns the whole job for the project with subcontractors and designers. And lastly is the subcontractor. Subcontractor is also known as special contractor. They provide facilities to the general contractors for the sub-projects, for example, like electric wiring, plumbing, and paint. And next is project planning and control. Generally, there are 4 main conditions in the project planning and control. And the first one is project manager. Construction project manager works with engineers, architects, contractors, clients, and everyone else involved with the work. He negotiates subcontractor agreement and plan work schedules and handles transactions with vendors and suppliers. Project manager also conducts meetings with the resolve personal conflicts and correct mistakes with the order and shipment. And project manager also oversees the construction site and the work as it progresses. He helps to see that the projects are complete on time and within budget. And second one is project planning. Tasks are distributed to subcontractors and discussed in project progress meeting so that everyone knows the project status. Work schedules are discussed with the subcontractors so they know when they show up to work. Safety and sanitation of construction line must also be included in project planning. For example, we must follow the industry's call before you dig rules for excavation, which requires underground researches for power, water, and gas and sewer line before the construction begins. And the third one is quality and cost control. Project manager must visit the construction sites to inspect the quality of the work as well as supervise the work. Project managers are used to ensure the work teams use the material properly and safety, and the construction meets the industry and regulatory standards. Budget meetings need to be held to discuss the expenditures, and project managers need to review the accounting records to see the costs are contained. And the fourth one is consideration. Before we start a construction plans, project manager often hold pre-construction meetings with the client to review and get agreement on work details and agree on scope and schedules. Project manager must get approval for construction from a city, town, or state agency. Project managers secure the permit to start construction when they have met all multiple and state requirements. Finally, is a successful construction. Basically, there are four main strategies that leads to a successful construction. The first one is implementing continuous planning. Construction managers should start planning long before a project begins and continue to revise and develop the plan until project ends. The design, pre-construction, and procurement stage of each construction project requires immense planning. Each may need to be revised as the next phase begins to achieve a successful construction. And the second one is build an effective communication flow. As we know, communication is secure in every phase of any construction projects. Building an effective communication flow will facilitate coordination between all parties. Transparent communication also will make the process smoother and reduce the numbers of emails and phone calls whenever there is an issue. This will give you more time to arrange and coordinate the next day of work. And the third one is evaluate the workflow. Without a complete assessment, you will never know that you can improve for better profits. The best way to have a successful construction project is to continually evaluate the way you manage it. Ask involved parties to provide feedback on your workflow and to improve the quality of working to achieve a successful construction. Then the last one is use an automated construction project management solution. An automated system allows us to save time and effort managing each project. It enables you to generate reports instantly and share any information within right people and right time. It also provides visibility and simplified workflows through automated reporting that lead to successful construction. And finally, in the conclusion, we can say that success never comes by itself. It needs the right condition to develop in. It's important to get everyone involved and working towards the same goal. Hesitations and doubts should be eliminated by proving that aiming towards success is everyone's objective. Next, invest of project management. It's evident that the health of the project is constantly reviewed and refined to ensure that it meets the end needs and expectations. Things should be done on time and focus should be kept alive to achieve our goal in construction project management. That's all for my presentation. Thank you.